In West Seattle, police are searching for the suspects behind a brazen daytime jewelry heist. It happened just after noon yesterday at Meneshe Sons Jewelers on California Avenue near the Alaska Junction.
It happened in the middle of an ordinary afternoon. Customers were out, employees were working, and California Avenue in West Seattle carried its usual buzz of neighborhood life. Then, in a flash, everything changed.
It took less than 2 minutes for these thieves to make off with $2 million worth of merchandise after they struck a jewelry store in Seattle. Police say 4 masked men smashed their way into the locked West Seattle store using hammers.
4 masked suspects forced their way into a well-known family jewelry store. Glass shattered, display cases fell apart. Threats were shouted. In less than 90 seconds, they stole nearly $2 million in jewels, Rolex watches, and gold. By the time police arrived, the suspects were gone, leaving behind stunned employees, broken glass, and a city shaken. This was no petty crime. It was one of the largest, most audacious smash-and-grab robberies Seattle had ever seen. The target wasn't just any jewelry shop. It was Meneshe Sons Jewelers, a family-owned business in West Seattle's Junction neighborhood. Established more than 4 decades ago, Meneshe Sons had earned its reputation as a trusted community jeweler. Generations of families bought wedding rings, anniversary gifts, and heirlooms from its display cases. To the Meneshe family, this wasn't just a store, it was a legacy, and that's what made the crime so shocking. When thieves attacked Meneshe Sons on Thursday, August 14, 2025, just before noon, they weren't just stealing jewelry. They were striking at the heart of a family business that had long been part of the city's fabric. Most robberies happen under cover of darkness. Not this one. The suspects chose broad daylight, at a time when people were out on errands and traffic was flowing. This decision raised eyebrows immediately. By robbing the store in the middle of the day, they increased their chances of being seen, but also decreased the chance that the store would be empty of employees. It was a risk, but it paid off. The store's front door was locked with a buzz entry system. That didn't matter. Armed with hammers and axes, the suspects smashed through the glass and forced their way inside. What happened next was caught on surveillance footage and later described by investigators. The thieves didn't waste time. Once inside, they split roles. Some smashed the 6 display cases containing the highest value goods. Others swept merchandise into bags as quickly as possible. One display case alone held $750,000 in Rolex watches, luxury timepieces that could be resold or moved across borders. Another contained a single emerald necklace valued at $125,000. Diamonds, gold, and other fine jewelry filled the remaining cases. Meanwhile, one suspect threatened employees with bear spray, while another carried a taser. The message was clear: stay back. But even in the middle of this violence, something stood out. The suspects didn't linger. They didn't try to force safes or vaults. They came for what was visible, portable, and valuable. In less than 90 seconds, they had taken an estimated $2 million in goods, and just as quickly they were gone. The suspects fled in a waiting getaway vehicle, disappearing before police could respond. When officers arrived, the thieves were long gone. They left behind shattered cases, broken glass scattered across the store, and traumatized employees. Josh Meneshe, vice president of the store and part of the family legacy, later told reporters the staff was shook up, but grateful no one was physically harmed. The store closed temporarily to clean up, repair, and assess losses. The community rallied behind the Meneshe family, but the scale of the theft, millions of dollars gone in under 2 minutes, was staggering. The Seattle Police Department launched a full investigation. Surveillance video from the store and nearby businesses captured the suspects' movements, though masks and clothing concealed their identities. Detectives noted how deliberate the crime seemed. The robbers knew which display cases to target, and they had the tools ready to shatter reinforced glass quickly. Their decision to carry bear spray and a taser indicated preparation for resistance, but not a willingness to escalate into deadly violence. Police asked the public for tips, hoping someone recognized the suspect's mannerisms, clothing, or the getaway vehicle. This robbery wasn't an isolated event. Across the country, and particularly in the Pacific Northwest, smash-and-grab robberies have been rising. The method is straightforward. Overwhelm a store with speed and force, grab as much as possible, and escape before law enforcement can respond. For high-value businesses like jewelers, the risk is enormous. What made the West Seattle case stand out was the dollar amount. Most smash-and-grabs yield tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands. This one pulled in $2 million, putting it in a league of its own. For the thieves, this was likely about quick money. Luxury watches and diamonds can vanish into black markets, resold to fences or shipped overseas. In their eyes, it may have seemed easy, a way to get rich in a minute and a half, but for Meneshe Sons and the community, the crime felt deeply personal. A family business that had survived recessions, pandemics, and decades of change was suddenly left vulnerable. Insurance may cover some of the financial loss, but no insurance policy can restore the lost sense of safety or erase the trauma for employees who lived through it. As of now, the suspects remain at large. The stolen goods, watches, diamonds, and gold have not been recovered. The robbery has become infamous not just in Seattle, but in the national conversation about crime. It symbolizes both the vulnerability of small businesses and the growing boldness of organized retail theft crews. For the Meneshe family, the incident is now part of their history. Their business continues, strengthened by community support, but scarred by the memory of that 90-second storm of chaos. The West Seattle smash and grab is more than just a robbery story. It's a stark reminder of how fragile security can be. In just 90 seconds, a family business lost millions. In that same 90 seconds, employees were left shaken, and a community lost its sense of safety. The legacy of this crime lives on, not only in the millions still missing, but in the way it forces businesses to think about security, law enforcement, to think about prevention, and all of us to ask hard questions about crime in modern cities.